Hi folks, I hope that you guys are doing pretty well. So today is Saturday, the 18th of March 2023, and here I am walking in the forecourt of Sydney's Opera House. Beautiful day here today in downtown Sydney. I actually just came to buy some takeout and have my lunch here because I didn't feel like doing any of the cooking or anything like that. So I just live around the bay if you like. Then I get one of the ferries. Most of the times it's either one like this or one like the one that's over there, these yellow and green ones. And they do many stopovers around different suburbs, and then that's where the terminal is, so they stop over there. So it's pretty handy to have them. And yeah, today is just one of those days where, I don't feel like cooking or anything, just, want to take it easy. Had a busy week with studies and things like that, so but anyway, moving along then, I wanted to do this video to talk about End Times Bible Prophecies. The reason that I wanted to do this video is because this is something that the Holy Spirit has given me to do, if you like. Because I think that a lot of people are very blasé or very much indifferent about the next major 5 End Times Bible Prophecies that will trigger the rapture of the church. As in Isaiah 17.1, the Elam Bible prophecy found in Jeremiah 49, verses 34 to 39, obviously the secret word of 38, 39, the third temple, and then obviously the Antichrist rocking up, and then we'll have the rapture of the church. Now, the reason that I say that people are blasé, with this End Times Bible prophecy is that because all this stuff is going to be happening in Israel and its surrounding countries or in the Middle East, a lot of people think that it's got nothing to do with them, and so they are very indifferent. Basically, people don't really care. Like I live in America, or most of my audiences, you guys watch my channel from America, or here I live in Australia, and some people might think, oh well, as long as we don't live in the Middle East, who cares? But it does going to affect you no matter which part of the world you live in. Now, take Isaiah 17.1, okay? In which I did a video on it, a Bible study on it very recently. That's actually a standalone Bible prophecy, completely on its own. It hasn't come to pass, but it will come to pass. Now, how that Bible prophecy is going to come to pass, when you read the prophecy, it doesn't give a lot of information, except to say that, Damascus is going to be a heap of ruins, okay? Now, we don't know if Damascus is going to be a heap of ruins because Israel is going to do some kind of military or take some kind of military action against Damascus, okay? Or if it's going to happen in another way, perhaps during an earthquake, okay? Now, we know that during the secret word of 38, there's going to be a large earthquake in the mountains of Israel. Perhaps it could happen then. Perhaps it could happen during the tribulation period, on one of the earthquakes, or even when Jesus touches down, at the Mount of Olives, okay, for the second coming. So it could go down, Isaiah 17.1, perhaps by an earthquake or some military or some kind of military interaction in which Israel perhaps might do, against Damascus, because we know that the Iranians, okay, they are smuggling in weapons into Syria, okay, and they are using Damascus airport, as a hub, if you like, to bring in weapons, via air, if you like, from Iran. So perhaps it will be annihilated by military action, or perhaps even an earthquake. We don't know yet. It's one of those prophecies that doesn't say that it's going to be done in a military manner, or perhaps because of some earthquake or something like that, when you compare it to, for example, the prophecy in Jeremiah 49, okay, in other words, the Elam Bible prophecy, and also the secret word of 38, 39, we know that that's two Bible prophecies will be taken care of by military action, okay? But Isaiah 17.1, we're not sure yet, It's one of those that could be cut down by military action or perhaps by an earthquake, okay? So we'll see how that pans out, but let's just say that Isaiah 17.1 goes down by military action. because maybe Israel went to bombard that city, if you like, and had to annihilate it because perhaps they are hiding a lot of weapons in there. Then this prophecy and also the one in Jeremiah 49, in other words, the Inland Bible Prophecy, will trigger the Secret War of 38, 39, because these two will be the provocation, or at least the Inland Bible Prophecy could be the provocation if Isaiah 17.1 doesn't go down by some kind of military action from Israel. And so you might be asking, well, who cares? This is going to be happening in the Middle East. Well, you should care, because what's going to happen is that any war in the Middle East is going to bring the price of oil, crude oil, up, okay? And we know that crude oil is what powers the world economy. And so if there is war in the Middle East, high oil prices, you're gonna feel that at the pump when you put gas on your car or your vehicle. And also, we know that oil powers industry, and so everything is gonna go up, because think of transportation, for example. Think of, look at this mega cruiser here, If you wanna go on a cruise, prices are gonna go up, okay? Because otherwise the cruise line is gonna be making losses, okay? Think about all the goods that need to be transported into supermarkets, okay? And into shopping centers, all that stuff needs to be transported by a truck. I know that trains do a lot of the bulk carrying as well. So, the world economy is powered by crude oil, so everything is gonna go up. So, and who knows for how long, perhaps, the price of oil might come down maybe at the end of the Secret War. So yeah, just remember this, folks, that it will affect you one way or the other. Once these Bible prophecies come to pass, especially the prophecy in Jeremiah 49 and the Secret War of 38, 39. So you also have to be worried about the ramifications of this earthquake that's going to happen in Israel, according to Ezekiel 38, okay? Because that earthquake in Israel is going to shake everybody around the world, okay? And the mountains of Israel are going to be coming down. So, everybody's going to feel the earthquake. So just read the prophecies in Ezekiel 38:19 to Ezekiel 38:21. At the end of the Secret War, obviously, the Antichrist is going to broker all these peace deals. We know that Israel will have to give Judea and Samaria to the Palestinians as a trade-off for Temple Mount, so that they can rebuild the third temple. Okay, so think of Nahum 9:27 if you like. And then when Israel finishes rebuilding the third temple, that's when the Antichrist is going to come out to, inaugurate, the third temple, if you like. And then he's going to be talking about, peace and safety, and then sudden destruction, which means the rapture of the church. So I guess with this message is that once we see Isaiah 17.1 or the Inland Bible Prophecy in Jeremiah 49, there's going to be war in the Middle East very, very soon afterwards. And that's going to cause the price of crude oil to go up. And who knows, there could be also war in between wars, Who knows, maybe Israel might have to take care of Hezbollah, who is provoking Israel a lot. And we know that they are in southern Lebanon, okay? And perhaps when Israel does, Isaiah 17.1 or the Inland Bible Prophecy found in Jeremiah 49, they might actually, take care of these Hezbollah terrorists, in southern Lebanon. So that's also a possibility. And I know that many of you guys on YouTube are talking about this as well. So, so I guess, we just need to be mindful that war in the Middle East is gonna cause the price of oil to go up. You're gonna be buying more at the pump and for groceries as well. and also this is going to have an inflation effect all over the world. So yeah, folks, none of this is easy, but we know that Jesus told us, as in the days of Noah. Okay, so we are seeing the world right now imploding in many ways, in many across all areas of society. It just seems like the world is kind of like tearing itself apart. It's imploding slowly but surely, if you like. We are seeing the collapses of some American banks. Okay, whatever happens in America, sometimes it can have a ripple effect around the world. So we'll see what pans out. But yeah, we know that during the trip we're going to have the one world government and also the introduction of the digital currency, because this is growth, and this is definitely not for the church age. That can be said for a long time. The one world government and the digital currency will happen during the tribulation period, not the church age, because that is growth. And if it was to happen now, okay, people will be protesting all over the world, because people will be saying, hey, to the governments, how dare you take our democracy away, our rights, what about our constitutional rights and so on. And the people will be also complaining to the banks, hey, like, where is your money? So you can imagine the protesting worldwide. So it's going to be complete chaos if we have the one world government now and the new digital currency. So this cannot happen, just doesn't make any sense. So, but it will happen during the trip, and the people will accept this one world government, if you like, and the digital currency during the trip, because when the Antichrist takes over, okay, and then think what has happened after the church, like billions of people have disappeared, the world economy is in chaos, there's been millions of accidents worldwide because of all those Christians that suddenly went out of the rapture, and the vehicles or whatever that they were driving, or they could even be flying planes, or I don't know, driving the boats or whatever. All of a sudden they're going to be carrying out of control. There's going to be accidents, fires all over the world, and so those that are left behind will be seeking answers, and that will be the perfect time for the Antichrist to rock up and introduce this one world government and this new one world digital currency, and people will buy it, because don't forget that, because people will be desperate after everything that has happened, and also because God is going to send that spirit in which people will believe practically anything that the Antichrist will be telling people, a strong period of delusion, so that they might be them for not believing in Christ during the church age, and because they didn't save themselves. So yeah, it's going to be a strong spirit of delusion, so people will basically fall for anything. So that's what I'm trying to say here. So yeah, so that's all I wanted to say. So there is going to be some pain, okay? There will be a bit of pain once we have these wars in the Middle East. Expect the price of crude oil to go up, and because crude oil pumps the world economy, everything is going to go up, and even inflation is going to be going up. So we're going to have to be forking out more money from our pockets, and who knows how bad the price of gas will be at the pump when you go and fill up. At least I got my electric scooter. I can actually ride my electric scooter, and there's a bridge on that side, and just come all the way to downtown Sydney on my electric scooter, and then catch a ferry home. So yeah, it's not really going to affect me, folks. So no, but it will. I also have a car as well. I actually have two vehicles. My Honda CR-V, which is kind of like a medium-sized SUV, and I got my Honda Silverwing. Just expect a little bit of pain at the Blase, I feel like, folks, in the near future. So I think that we've got about 2 years between now and the rapture of the church. It's just a matter of Israel finishing its third temple, if you like, and then we'll be out of here, folks. So it's that simple. So yeah, I just want you guys to be a bit more aware and not be too blasé about or maybe indifferent about the End Times Bible Prophecies, they are going to affect all of us around the world. So, yeah, and the price of crude oil is going to go up, and it's going to have an inflation effect all over the world. So be ready for that. And don't forget that many of these people in Syria, okay, let's just say that Isaiah 17.1 happens soon by some kind of military action, and also the Elam Bible prophecy found in Jeremiah 49. In that prophecy in Jeremiah 49, it says that the people from Iran will be fleeing to the four corners of the planet. So get ready for some mass immigration of people coming from these nations. So yeah, folks, yeah. So just something for you guys to be mindful of, and to think about. And yeah, it's not going to be an easy ride, folks. Just remember that Jesus did say, as in the days of Noah. Now, are we in the days of Noah? Yes, we are, but we are still functional, okay? Although the world is falling apart, okay, at the seams on everything, you just name it. The world is imploding, the world economy, you know what it's like right now. Sometimes, you feel like you're living in the twilight zone, and people are really different post-COVID. People are not the same anymore. When I talk to people, they just, I don't know what's going on with people. I don't know if you notice it, but people seem to be sort of like, I don't know, like on another wave or something, like they sort of like seem to be more inwardly, very much insular, and yeah, people are just changing as well, everything is changing, folks. So everything is imploding, and between now and when Israel finishes rebuilding the third temple, eventually we'll end up as in the days of Noah, just like Jesus prophesied. So we've got to read our Bible, our scriptures very carefully, and think about the true meaning behind all these Bible prophecies, and think how they are going to affect us in terms of the geopolitical, and maybe you guys should plan ahead. I don't say this for you to fear. We got nothing to fear, we are saved, sealed, and rapture ready, heaven bound, but nonetheless, we still need to be mindful of all of this, So, all right, folks, thanks for watching, and do a little 360 here, and I'll talk to you guys later.